Why are they broken? Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, hey, it's actually working on YouTube too now. Woo! Oh boy. Oh, I don't have YouTube set up. Sorry. I do have music though. I did prepare that. I'm just not playing it right now because I haven't streamed in a little bit, and I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to share stuff on Discord now. Woohoo! slow. I suppose I could like start as soon as possible. I guess share the links across Discord, and yeah, that's taking a little bit. Let me figure out how to. Woohoo! Oh, look, there's a window. There's a. It's been a little bit. Okay, I streamed like Tears of the Kingdom a little bit ago. Okay, this is like a big. I don't even do Gust Cutting streams. So why am I doing this? I'm going to answer that question here in a little bit, but I'm asking it because it makes sense to ask that. Oh, I don't have music for this, huh? Aha. I didn't. If I like set this like really low, is that gonna work? Is that gonna like kill me if I just continue using Pixel Link? Not Pixel Link. If I continue using Pixel Lounge, is it even audible at all? I don't even know how. I don't know how that works. Could I even have the music up at all? Or is it too distracting? I don't know. Is this just the music that I started with on starting soon screen? I don't have background music. Anyways, so today I'm talking Julio. Today I will be talking about the Vtuber Awards, and that's in the title and everything, so you already knew that. But I'm doing a funny intro, and it's not actually funny. It's if you're waiting for the funny moment, that's not coming. Maybe it'll come later in the stream, like an hour. Just kidding. I don't know how long this is gonna be. Anyways, so yeah, I want to talk about the Vtuber Awards, and I initially wanted to do it as like the nominations. I wanted to talk about who I would nominate, but then the nominations closed, and I didn't actually nominate anyone. Yeah, I should have prepared ahead of time. You can do multiple votes, so I could have just voted the nominations, and then I would be fine. But I did not do any nominations because I didn't do that. I didn't prepare ahead of time. I thought I would stream soon enough, and I thought there would be a warning. There was not. There was not any warning, so woulda, coulda, shoulda. Here I am. I did vote. I did votes early. This stream is not coming, and this is not like the first time I'm voting. This is the first time I plan to vote on everything. Question mark, not really. I'm not really going to do ASMR or whatever. Or there was like one other one that I wasn't going to do. Vtuber, I think. Yeah, those aren't really my cups of tea at all. And I don't plan to look into them at all. But there were a few others that I wanted to look into, at least give some thoughts. There's a few of these categories that I might vote for that I really don't care what I put, but I put a thing. I put something. Huzzah. Also, I hope this is actually streaming on YouTube. I'm gonna check it now for the fun of it. Not for the fun of it. It's because I should. Because it should be streaming right now. Wow, it actually is streaming. Huzzah. Yeah, last time it didn't work, and I don't know if that's because there wasn't a thumbnail or what. Maybe it's because it just timed out. I've seen people stream without a thumbnail. Like a specific thumbnail. And it just shows you what the stream looks like right now. But, you know what? I had a thumbnail from a previous stream idea. That was like in like summer of this year. Boy, how's that been coming along nicely? So yeah, this isn't the debut review. This is I am going over the Vtuber Awards. I'm not reviewing Vtuber debuts today. Mostly. For the most part, I'm not doing that, but they might come up conveniently. The image isn't exactly the worst with the Vtubers that goes. It's just not the best, because it could also show Dokibird or, Iron Mouse or someone from Hololive Justice, probably Gigi Murn. Murn? How do you pronounce that? I think it's Murn. Anyways, so sometimes I would have a Vtuber avatar here. I'm supposed to have a Vtuber avatar here. I still haven't figured that out reliably in the way that I wanted to do it. The Vtuber avatar that I had is basic. That's kind of mean to say. I feel like I'm going to regret saying that. But anyways, I have a Vtuber avatar. I do want to try to make it work with my iPhone. I just haven't figured all that out yet. I just haven't. And I think someone else is making a VTuber avatar for me right now. I'm not. I should be keeping better tabs on that, but I paid for the first avatar. I told them how much I paid. They felt bad, and I'm their friend, and so they decided to make a VTuber avatar for me. Frankly, if they don't finish, I don't mind. Because I didn't actually. Anyways, that's an awkward topic, but yeah, I'm going to thank them the world over if they do finish and give me something. As of right now, I should be keeping up with it more, but I don't want to bother them about it. I don't want to bother them about that. So, here we are. What am I going to do? There's no face here. There hasn't been for the past few streams. There just hasn't been a face. But I decided to stop caring about something today. Call it inspiration from Asmongold. Is it good inspiration? I don't know. Not really. It's something. I'm just choosing to say that a face is better. Having a face, not having a face is worse than having a face, but it's not my face I'm worried about. If you can't tell, although my camera right now it looks very motion blur. So right now I look like I'm a ninja. I didn't even intend the head thing. I looked at this before. At least on my point of view, I look like a ninja. I don't know why. Okay. My camera could be better, apparently. And I'm apparently looking at the right screen more than I should be. I should be looking forward. By the way, I had a Freerun. I was watching Freerun earlier, and I totally accidentally left that open. No. We're not going to talk about that too much, but maybe someday I'll do it as an anime discussion video, depending on how well this does. If it does at all. Depending on if I feel like it. And I have these two things open, and I have this tab, because I was organizing tabs to move stuff around earlier. To help me move my too many tabs that I always have open, but I didn't want open before this stream, because I'm literally doing a multi-stream right now. And I haven't actually done that before successfully. I did set it up on my old computer, but this is the first time it's actually working. As far as I know. Which is also why there's not going to be a YouTube chat on the stream. I'm sorry. There's There's a Twitch chat. That poke. There's a Twitch chat. Which could show up. Oh, nope. Nope, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I tested that because I would not have had a cat. Okay. We're gonna stop being stupid. Just kidding. We're not gonna stop being stupid because I'm just kidding. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm a very awkward person. I literally put down overthinking the Vtuber Awards in the title. Why am I overthinking the Vtuber Awards? You know, we're pretty far into the stream for me to finally tell you why I feel like I should be doing a Vtuber Awards stream. I'm still over here looking on the right when I don't need to be. I don't know. Am I just anticipating a cat? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just interested in seeing how much my mic is picking up. No. Yeah, I have two screens, by the way. The second and the first stream is now a laptop. That was very weird to adjust to, but it's a thing. It's a thing. I also have black space on the bottom where, you know, my browser stuff would be. I mean, not my browser. My taskbar would be. But it's not because I didn't want that there. Is it at a delay? Is my camera actually at a delay? I really hope not. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. I'm going to pull that up on my phone too. Because I would be very remiss if I'm just sitting here with my face and everyone's getting annoyed because it's at a delay. Woo! How do I test that without making an echo? I don't think I do. Okay. Cool. Test. Okay, so, no, it's not a delay. Thank goodness. It's just on my OBS. Which is annoying. It's still annoying, you know. I think I'm also just interested in seeing my face right now. You know, it's like a VTuber looking at their VTuber avatar, except like it's not a VTuber avatar. I'm just staring at myself because I don't know. I haven't had my face up, and maybe I'm worried about doing something stupid. Maybe I'm trying to be more eccentric because I'm taking advantage of having my face again finally. Someone is going to see why I did not have my face up before. Except I did for a few times. I did have my face up a few times before now. But then I stopped because I overthought that too. Someone sort of said that I should have been worried. I shouldn't have worried it like that. Anyways, I'm not worried now. I'm not as worried now. But I would like to get into a better space than this. Like, technically, this used to be my sister's room. Did I say that? I said it. So, it's there. But yeah, this used to be my sister's room. I would like to move it to my room. But my room has never had a desk. Ever. And right now, it's you might not see stuff on the screen, but it would be hard for me to fit a desk in there. So, we're not in there right now. We are in this room, and I still have not talked about why I'm talking about the Vtuber Awards. Wow, am I doing great at this? Or what? No. Anyways, we are awkward. We're here. We're relatable. Hopefully. Anyways, so I watch too many VTubers. That's why I wanted to do this. Because I am chronically online, and I decided that I could put that to use. I could actually put my knowledge about VTubers to use. And so here I am. I want to talk to you about VTubers. I want to lay it down to you. I actually know how to vote on most of these. Kind of. Maybe not, because a lot of it is gaming related. And then there's Vtuber and ASMR, which I don't watch either of those, ever. Ever. There aren't really exceptions. I've tried. I mean, there was one time I listened to Poco Raccoon do like an ASMR reading of Wikipedia articles, if I remember correctly. And then that stream got taken down. That was unfortunate. But yeah, so that's the extent that I've listened to ASMR. And I turned up my volume, and it was interesting trying to turn up my volume like that. And I should have earbuds or something. That's how you're supposed to listen to ASMR. I just don't normally use earbuds or anything. So, whatever you take that to mean, I just don't. You will notice that I'm not using headphones right now. I probably could have used some headphones if I found any, but I'm not. So instead, we're here. I'm talking about VTubers, and I wanted to share my favorites before we get in, because it actually represents the variety of people that I kind of watch. My favorites are currently Daisy Dandelion, or Daisy DeLion, or DeLion, or I don't know, from Idol Corp. New VTuber this year, debuted, and yeah, she's pretty great, very unique, nostalgic content. And then we have Cecilia Immigreen from Hololive, also new this year. I like the green. I like the automaton. By the way, I'm looking at a script. Spoiler alert. That's not a spoiler alert. That's a. What is that? That's meta. I don't know. Yes, I'm looking at a script that is very short because I did not get it to the end. But yes. So, I watch Cecilia Immigreen. That's currently my absolute favorite. I don't know. It's a debate between Daisy and Cecilia, but I really like Cecilia's personality and all that. She's very entertaining, very creative, all of that fun stuff. If you watch her karaoke, that would show you instantly what I mean. I also like her humor, the puns, and everything. I'm going to stop talking about it, though. By the way, none of these favorites are nominated, which is a shame, but it's also not too surprising because they're pretty unknown. And Daisy, Cecilia, Cleo Campi from Pixelink. You'll probably know her genmate Kana Yanagi more likely, but because she made the VSMP, the multiplayer Minecraft server for VTubers. It included like a bunch of VTubers, including indies. But I like Cleo Campi. She's just very cute. The voice is very nice. That's a very weird way of putting it. Anyways, she's very entertaining. You guys have to, yeah, I don't know where to go further. I don't want her as much as I wish. If she showed up, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Did I miss that cat earlier? Or did you just send that? Help me out here. Tell me if I missed that. Hello. Yes, I am talking. I am talking about VTubers because I'm here and talking about VTubers, and also I haven't moved this screen in a good little bit. Sadly, most of what's moving is my face. This is why I summoned my face, because I knew this would be boring without it. I knew it wouldn't work without having a face, because I would be sitting here for the longest time. And yeah, so I'm voting on the Vtuber Awards here, and you can see the link here if you want to vote yourself, if you know VTubers and such. Or if you don't know VTubers and you want to vote anyways, that would be weird, but knock yourself out. I'm not stopping you from anything. Anyways, so yeah. Another favorite of mine is Ren Penrose. She would have been my VTuber of the year last year. This year, you could work. You could work for the VTuber of the year, but I chose not to do that. I didn't even get the chance to nominate. Anyways, find out who my VTuber of the year pick would be, but yeah, I'm not saying that right now, but yeah. None of my favorites are nominated. Daisy, Cecilia, Kyocompi, Ren Penrose, none of those are nominated here. Sadly. Not even like Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame, which I think would be another favorite for me to say. I like her karaoke and stuff, but yeah, she's not in here. Not for the music and stuff, to be fair. She hasn't made many songs of her own yet, but I really like her karaoke's. And I'm going to stop yapping about like my favorites. I could actually do the awards, couldn't I, huh? Well, there's a few awards here. I did not do a stream of this last year, but I did look at the Vtuber Awards, and I did participate. I think I also didn't nominate back then. I don't remember what the reason was back then. I think I just missed it. I missed a chance. Again, I don't really remember why I missed it, though. I think I just underestimated how long it would take. Anyways, this year I also last year I specifically meant to not vote because I felt like there were so many categories I could not actually fill in. Despite watching VTubers so much, I didn't watch a variety of VTubers as much back then. Nowadays, I watch a variety of VTubers, but I'm still looking at categories like I don't actually know what to put here. Like, just chatting. What do I put here? I don't know. Just chatting is just what everyone does. I don't know. I don't really... Bye. I should have had... Would I have music? I don't know. I'm gonna put music up because I don't know. Pixel Lounge from Stream Beats. I don't want it to overwhelm my voice though. So let me know if it does. Yeah, I had a YouTube chatter, by the way, which I was talking to. Makes me happy that I didn't put the YouTube chat on the stream, to be honest. Anyways, so you can still find it on the live replay. YouTube actually saves the streams, and so, you know, unlike Twitch, where I had to move the VOD to YouTube, like the stream archives, oh my gosh, this is so distracting. This is why I didn't want the music, because it's so distracting. It's not very loungy. It feels a lot more uppity than you'd think lounge music would be, but whatever. I'm not actually picky about that. I did play it for starting soon music. It's just not working for this. And, you know, I don't think I'm able to go about and find it. I started the stream without realizing that I didn't have background music prepared. Sorry. So, sorry for that. This is just me spitballing. And talking about whatever. So, what do I vote for? Just chatting. I don't know if I would have had a nomination for this. I might just put my favorite VTuber. I'm just, yeah, Cecilia Emma Green. Woohoo! I don't normally watch Just Chatting because it's just chatting. I'm typically more of watching gaming or singing or other things. So I didn't do much of Just Chatting. But, since I don't really care, I'm gonna vote for Fauna because, it's not biased at all. What do you mean? It's, yeah, I guess I don't watch Just Chatting streams, but I would like to see Fauna win something, I guess. It's just it. Before, you know. You can't, in a way, but also can. We're not going to talk about that here. We're not, yeah, she announced her graduation just before this. Just before the Vtuber Awards were finalizing, so. Yeah. Oh, I meant to watch these clips, so. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, what does. Whoops. Yeah, I can't have the music going. This is just her. Yeah. I decided to react. I wanted to react to the clips, but I don't know what to say about that. Basically, okay, this is the 2023. Anyways, I'm awkward. Nice to meet you. So she's just reacting to a thing. I might not view all the clips. Maybe I'll just skip this. I'm curious what they put for Moki Mokiwi though.
Thank you a lot for taking care, Michi. I'm so proud with this company. How to
I can't hear her at all.
Saya ada dengan talent ya, bisnis run business fair with talent and
She brought her mother on stream.
And viewers,
Yeah.
the viewers, you are so generous, you're so kind, and you patient to listen Michi yapping every day.
You're just I'm so proud of you. You're yapping.
How many you're so patient.
Moki Mokiwi
Thank
is.
you viewers, you listen to us. Thank you Ganran, thank you Panini and Michael. I only say thank you.
I don't know if you guys
You're
know.
so sweet.
Thank you.
But yeah, okay, so she brought in her mother apparently, but Moki Mokiwi is a VTuber from Vshoujo, who I haven't been following much, but I hardly follow anyone from Vshoujo or anyone on Switch. I'm a YouTuber. I am on YouTube most of the time, and so I don't really watch much. Cinder exists. I wonder what to put for Fauna. Is it gonna be? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember watching this before. So yeah.
Don't you feel like at every family pool party there's like one uncle who's like terrorizing the children by almost drowning them? And it's actually
Wait, what?
problematic, but nobody calls out the behavior because he's just like a goofy uncle. That's you? You love that guy? That's an uncle's job? No! It's a prank? You know my uncle? It's just a universal experience. Uncles are meant to do that? I don't know.
Okay. Silly, and concerning. Okay, so yeah, I voted for Sirius Fauna for the Just Chatting VTuber, and it's hardly related to that. So art VTuber, I don't watch art either. I do know Rara Panthera and Ninomite Inanis. Is that how that's pronounced? I know they're good artists. I don't know who this person is, so let's find out.
I have no idea how long I've been wanting to make a VTuber model that's facing the other way. Just ass. Respectfully. I have no idea how long I've been...
Oh, so she's making a VTuber model here. She's not even, like, arting, she's VTuber modeling. And... okay, that's... some interesting commentary. What they put per... I think I remember Rara, Panthera, and Ina actually have art up, but... I think Rara isn't doing art.
I want to do a Amendment of Justice. I want to do all of that, but I think we start from...
Rara, Panthera.
Cecilia! I'm really preparing the sketch. So we
Cecilia!
can, just relax and not to go through the sketch and... yeah, I can just relax a bit and do some line work. I want to do...
So yeah, I like Cecilia, so I'm just... yay! Pretty Cecilia image! Yeah, yeah, I'm not even sure who I'm going to vote for here. I don't have a good judge of art. How am I supposed to judge art? Oh! Graphic design is not my passion. Thank you. But... yeah, these are the first stream categories. Maybe I could have chosen one of the others to do. But yeah, here we go. Ina is drawing Crony.
You're doing great.
Or was drawing Crony.
Robert, Ina. Thank you.
Speed. So, yeah. She's, where is she drawing here? Where is she? She's drawing. Yeah, she's drawing. Oh, my mouse is actually, the cursor's actually showing. Yeah, she's drawing right around here.
Thank you.
Showing the classic artist needs to edit everything to death. Yeah, you're doing one stroke like 10 times, and that's the artist experience. I'm a writer who does that with my writing. I'm just like, it's not bold enough. You can't read it anymore if I don't highlight it. And so I write, I don't art, sadly. But so I don't, maybe she's here for a good reason, but I know that I'm not going to vote for her. So if you want to see the Apricot clip, then go on ahead. I'm going to just be biased, probably. I think, did Ina win last year? I don't know. However, I do actually have an idea of who I would have nominated here. I probably would have nominated an animator versus art, because I do like animation, and animation shows better, and how it flows later. I watch way too much animation. Actually, no, I don't hardly watch animation anymore because I'm watching Vtubers. Whoops. So, I would have voted for an animator. Who would I? Maybe I would vote for Timmy, or nominated Timmy, or Mazumaro is an animator. Are they a VTuber? I don't know. I might have tried to nominate someone like that, and it would not have mattered. I'm fairly certain if I tried to nominate an animator, then we still would have gotten these results. Yep, I mean, besides I'm just one vote. I don't know. Maybe other people would have... I mean, of course, I'm just one vote. And now that I see who everyone voted for, I can say, yeah, this is probably what would have won, because most likely it wasn't a win by one vote. But anyways, so I'm biased. Goodbye. So now we have the best FPS VTuber. I heard about the clip that Dokibird has here, and I watched it
You
later.
gotta be careful with all of mine. All the minds around us. I'm a
Mine?
little bit.
Mine? I mean, it's funny. It's funny at least. It's funny. Yeah, that's the only one that's not actual skill, I hear. And the others are actually going to be skill. So let's... Yeah, that one's just... Oh, funny, I blew up. Yeah. Yeah, I think, Oh, wait, this is a Hololive VTuber, I just realized. It's the lion from Hololive. I'm not gonna be able to understand anything that he says. I watch too many VTubers. I'm not Japanese. I don't speak Japanese, though. Is she not just dying? She is also just dying here, to be fair. This is not skill. Maybe it's actual FPS gaming, but she's just dying. Okay, so you know what? You should feel better about this, Doggy Bird. You're... At least you're... I don't know. It's funny. Whoa. Woo! This is concerning. Is it? Let's find out. What are we doing? We're muted. Huzzah. Up we go! Is this Fortnite? No, fake trigger? What the heck is that? What are you even playing? Okay, so here gaming. See, I don't specifically watch FPS. So I'm once again a little lost on these. Kazuha, let's see. I don't know. Sugoi, sugoi! Huzzah! That's a lot of noises. I guess it's people speaking. It's people. Oh, they're in a group call. That makes sense. Okay, so they're just communicating about the game. My bad. Amazing. Stabbed the person behind a wall. Cool. That was interesting. So, yeah, I have to watch those clips here because I don't actually know what for. But those clips are kind of useless, to be fair. It doesn't show their general skill. It just shows a moment. So, I do know of all these, Kazuha and all these. Who I would have voted, I would not have nominated anyone for this. I just would not have. Unless I thought of someone. Oh, wait. I would have nominated. Let's put in YouTube. Let me see if I can find something to show this. You know what? I'm just gonna show the debut animation. Microsoft, please. Please! Bing videos! Alright, so let's just show this. I would have nominated someone from here. Most likely. And they would not have actually made it. But you know what? Underrated. Unknown, actually. They don't get ratings. So yeah, this is Remia and... I don't remember the others' names. Oh my gosh. I should remember them, shouldn't I? Is this gonna say anything about them? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. So, I think I would have probably voted for someone that's in the that's newer and Vespoian, though. So yeah, these Vespoian is a group that's dedicated to esports, and so basically everyone in here is good. So you would want to. I feel like they deserve the representation, and they don't. Of course, they wouldn't show up because the West. This is coming from a Western audience, and it's mostly the Twitch audience. These Vespoian VTubers, they're on YouTube, and sadly, this is going to be mostly Twitch. On top of it being a smaller corpo, you're just not going to see them. I think Kazuha is a Nikki Sanji member, if I remember correctly. Yes. Kazuha and Nikki Sanji. I'm not going to look further than that. Okay, so, who am I voting for? I mean, I know this guy gets a lot of respect for it. And everyone else is going to vote for Doki Bird. Roleplays like ASMR. I don't watch this kind of content. And I don't want to vote on this kind of content. Because I specifically never vote for it. And also, the clips would be... I would have to, like, mess with the volume, and I don't want to do that. So, we're not voting here. Best Music VTuber. Now, Elizabeth Roseblood Fame could have been here. But she's not. And I already know who I'm voting for. I'm voting for the person who did... I don't know the lyrics. But that trend went very hard. Something like that. I have not practiced the dance, but I saw it go around. It was there. It was out there. It was big on there. If it's not her, I'd probably vote for Mori Calliope, but I do know Bao did Burst My Bubble, and I listened to it for a little bit earlier. Like, before this stream, like, but days ago. I don't know. I'm kind of curious what they would play here, but I'm also worried about playing anything. Maybe if it's a cover, then it's fine. I noticed that they did covers mostly. Yeah, this is Go Getters. So yeah, pretty good song, yeah. That's the only one that isn't a cover. And then for Bao, I don't remember what they showed for Bao. This is the cover. Queen. Personally, I would put Burst My Bubble, but, you know. She probably wouldn't create trouble. But yeah, here's Burst My Bubble. Which is what I would choose to. ASMR? Probably. Hide away forever. Okay. Yep, I'm turning out the camera again. Nope, not really. Anyways. Okay, so I think that makes a good point. And I might get deleted for this, and I don't know what this is gonna summon. I didn't check. Vesperin Decay. I don't want to listen to this whole thing. It's 6 minutes. But I do know that Obi Katy Cat, I remember he does a lot with the guitar, and so that's something that I know he's a good VTuber to vote for. He's not my vote, but he's a good VTuber to vote for, and this one is a cover. That's how I figured out. Yeah, it's kind of how I figured out that they were doing mostly covers. And that makes me worried about actually pulling up the song that I should, but for the sake of so here we go. And here we have all these shorts of people doing it. Beep 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 deep ba beep 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 ba. Yep. Anyways, beep beep ba beep beep ba. So yeah, that trended so hard. We're just going down. Here we go. And look, just thanks, YouTube. I needed that. Anyways, so that's why I'm voting for Susei, because that trended so hard, and I think Mori got it last year. She's probably going to get it this year too anyways. She is very good at what she does, so she deserves it. For this, I could tell you who I would vote for. I haven't looked at these clips at all. I don't know that I need to look at videos,
Is
but
the GPU going in or not? Because I might put myself out of my misery if I have to watch this any longer.
There's a small complication regarding the exact specific dimensions of the GPU.
Are the dimensions of the GPU by any chance larger than the dimensions of the case?
It's quite possible.
yeah, Tech
And did you
VTuber is
check the dimensions before starting this build?
No.
That's funny. This whole time I just assumed you knew what you were doing. My mistake. Is the GPU...
Weird all getting wrecked by his own AI VTuber. That's what he's actually here for. He's not here because of his skills of building a PC. I believe he won last year. I think. Anyways, I could check that, but oh yeah, Minecraft VTuber. I'm sad that this is not here this year, because this is when the VTuber multiplayer server happens, and this year that's when that happens. Kana Yanagi and Pixelink's VTuber server, which included so many VTubers. You can see how they do Minecraft together, and yet we didn't have this award this year. It's gone. Also, did Henya win that? Does it say? No. Kyla, she deserves it. And many people were worried about her winning again. I think my personal vote was Pomu Rainpuff. So, Henya, I know she does Minecraft. I haven't watched much of it. She would be on like the Vishoko server, and this would be on Hololive, obviously. And I've heard how skilled she is. Minecraft isn't really my game. This one surprises me, but I do know she's working on a World 3, and that's one of her goals right now, so there's that. Anyways, so what was I looking at originally? Oh, and these are the past ones. Hey look, Solin won last year. Oh hey, and Baton... Oh, Fruit is here too, so... And Botan is here. Kazuha is not here, for some reason. Hey, look, it's Annie and Yoklek. I kind of want to look into those. I wish they had the clips here, But I think they didn't have those last year. I don't think they had clips last year, so. And then we have best music VTubers at the top. And it's almost all the same names. Is that surprising? Not really. But, you know, it is. It is here. So, that's what we had. Anyways, we have Doobie. I wonder what they voted, what they put for Doobie.
You trapped me here. I'm gonna come up there. I'm going up there.
Oh, they're showing off her monkey bars.
Okay, I can't get up there, but I will. I'll figure out a way to get up there. My arms are really weak right now. Shoot.
Yeah, she's... I meant to predict who's gonna win, didn't I? Sorry. I forgot that part. So, I have no idea who's going to win this. I think I would guess Matara or Moki. I think Fauna is going to win ASMR. Not knowing anything about the others, not watching them, I think he's going to win that. FPS VTubers probably going to be Doki Bird. Probably. He's like probably going to get a bunch of awards this time, kind of. I really have no idea in the case of best art VTuber. I genuinely have no idea. Maybe people will choose Raura for originality's sake or whatever. Maybe they'll just go with Raura so they aren't doing Ina again. I think he's who won last year. Yes, Ina is who won last year. So yeah, they want a new VTuber. And so yeah, I do think there's a good chance for Raura or Ina. I really don't know the others well enough. I'm curious now.
When people don't think Booba...
Okay. Yeah. I should have tuned into that. Okay. Yep. Okay, so Raura. And music VTuber, I think Mori is gonna win. I think it's gonna be Callie again. But you know. And Tech VTuber I do think is gonna be Doobie. But I'm personally voting for Uwo Slab. I'm curious what gets shown here. Oh my gosh, it's Freddy? It's the Five Nights at Freddy's? Freddy Fat? Is that the Bite of 87? There's a better representation, but I don't know if I can show it here. So, ooh, Slab. I'm going to try to see if I can find his Twitch. Maybe? Let's see. This might be get me in trouble, but I'm not sure. Why is his Twitch not showing here? Okay, he doesn't have his Twitch linked. It's fine. I'm not. It's currently fine. I'm not. Nope. Shut up. Okay, I know he has a channel trailer somewhere in here. Pause. Pause on your non-channel trailer stuff. Is this stream still going? You did not actually pause. How dare you? How dare... So this guy looks like he's a PNG tuber, mostly, which is interesting. And otherwise, he's got a live cam going. So, and Right. I can't actually track. Unfortunately. So, let me see if I can find... What was I looking for? I was looking for this channel trailer. Should be here. Wednesday, Thursday, happy days.
There we go.
Oh, hey, did have a Vtuber outside.
I think we can tape the knife right here. How many kilobytes of RAM we got? This sucks, bro. Some slight errors. At least
Build stuff.
The balls. Be sparing me. Oh no. Hang on. Oh my god, dude.
What the heck is that? Is that a moldy? Screaming. Anyways, so is that a motherboard? It's a heckin' motherboard. So yeah, he builds crazy things. I hear that he's like a mad scientist character, and so he builds things to fit with that. I just thought I wanted to vote for him, and Doobie is going to win anyways, but I vote for Slab. Doobie is new, and yeah, she made a whole 3D setup in her room, but I've heard and seen kind of that other people have done that. They've already made 3D. Basically, you need money. You do need know-how too, but basically, Doobie, she's new, but she'll win. I want to vote for the underdog. And Shindigs is here. Let's see what Shindigs
Well, we got the chat completely making out.
What?
Like just tongue and tongue. Like tongue. And we touched. And when they
Okay. So, I don't even know who to vote for here. And I'm very worried about what they're going to put here after those wonderful inclusions. Anyway, so...
Hey! I got a bunch of stuff!
Look at Derby Kibi. Anyways, did he win last year? I don't even know. I don't even know who won. I think Kibidoki won last year. That's definitely chaos. And that's just kind of how it goes with... That's just kind of how it goes. The chaos is funny. So, these are very aligned. The chaotic VTubers are also the funniest VTubers.
Oh my god. I need to
Mostly.
tell the others. This story needs to live on, chat. No god. Hey!
Okay. So yeah. What is this going to be? Hey, that's Cecilia.
What they call edgy?
That's cheating. That's cheating. You're including Cecilia Immergreen there. Come on. Come on. That's my favorite VTuber right there. And okay, but they're streaming together so much of the time. Yep. It makes sense. So yeah, and they're a very funny duo, but yeah, I probably would have voted for Cecilia here. But it would have been a little bit biased. Yeah, just a little bit. Just would have been a little bit, but without that, I know I'm voting Kiki for Chaos. Spoiler.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that is
Read.
What the? Creed? Treed? Greed! Oh my god. It's gotta be greed. It has to be greed. What? Oh, it's over. Wait. It couldn't be. No, it couldn't be.
Imagine being real happy. Oh yeah, how's your Sisyphus?
Golf it? What? Get some help.
Imagine being real happy. Oh yeah, how's your Sisyphus?
That was Kyla. That was Kyla being funny, but again, a little bit critiquing drop here, but okay. And what is Kenji doing here? Is that Hatsune Miku?
Okay, actually, okay, no, that's fine. Go get it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I gotta wash my hands because this table's so sticky. Okay. All right, so you stay right there. Okay. Yeah, my hands are nasty.
What the heck?
Could we get the receipt, please?
Bitch.
Okay, so Bro just left. Okay. I don't even know how to react to these. I am not good at reactions, but I'm doing them anyways. Anyways, so... Kobo definitely won here last year, if I remember correctly. I'm going for Kiki Murin. They're not even going to share the most chaotic parts.
So if you play League of Legends, they have 3 lanes in League of Legends, and you can go top, or middle, or bottom. And when I say bottom, that reminds me, you know bottom? Not only the bottom, but there's a dog, and then there's warming,
Okay.
Oh, the thrill of blood and the heart. Oh, is that Chihuahua milk?
There's a lot happening.
You can play Warwick because you like not and then Warwick, he's a doggy favorite, and then Warwick.
Do you remember the 21st night of September? And you will make sure you do. That's what could actually be there, but we can't do that.
Skibidi? Sigma. Yeah. Skibidi toilet.
Okay. Alpha language.
Come here.
I snuck into early access power.
Okay, hold on. Come here, my child. Come here. He's like, no! No, Mom! Hold on. Come here.
Pippa is definitely very chaotic. If I weren't voting for Gigi, maybe I'd vote for Pippa. And I think I've seen Cookie Wee. I don't want to tempt fate by trying to summon that. And this is where I really have no idea who these guys are. Anyways, so how many more do we have of these? Dang. Okay, we got a long ways. Oh no. So yeah, I probably would have voted for Cecilia Emma Green here, and I would have voted for Kiki here. I think we'll win. Kobo might win again, but I kind of think it's Kiki's gonna take it. That or Pippa. I kind of think it's either of those two, but I kind of think Pippa isn't gonna get the votes. Just because, I don't know. People just don't vote. I don't know who's going to get funniest VTuber. It might be BQ. I didn't even pick who definitively who I'm picking here. Kibi Doki isn't even in Chaotic VTuber this year. So yeah, that's interesting. It does match though. It does quite a bit match. Okay, no it doesn't. It's just Kiki, isn't it? It is just Kiki this year. Okay, but last year it matched a lot more. And I don't know why. Wait, yes I do. Yes I do. I'm just getting distracted and inserting words. So yeah, here we have the funniest VTuber, Voice Mod. Sponsored that, but okay. And a Kibidoki one, Kuro Kurenai. She's graduated now. Oh, Zincrea was here. So that's what Zincrea was nominated for. Aside from Tech VTuber last year, which... Yeah, these two VTubers, I believe they both were there's one that I would prefer. She got nominated for Vtuber, which makes sense, and Zincrea apparently got nominated for Funniest VTuber. I forgot that, but yeah. Shibidoki took it. I don't even know who Murder Crumpet is, and Koba Kanaru won Chaotic. Gigi did not exist. Wait, otherwise this is exactly the same, except Shibi is here. This doesn't match as much as I expected it to. They probably tried to keep it not matching, but Kibidoki was in both. And this year, Gigi Murin is in both. And for some reason, with her chaos, she's made into funniest VTuber, but not chaotic VTuber. Talking about for some reason, I don't know why Kibidoki didn't make it into both this year, but you know, it's probably because we didn't get the votes, and also there's only 4 options here. It's weird. Why is there 5 options here but 4 options here? I don't know, but Genki is kind of funny. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. Why not? I don't know who to vote for. I thought about BQ, but sticking out your gap for there is there. You're so bow bow. You're so BB tax. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna vote for there. And then we just have these hidden gems that I have no idea what's going on here. Let's find out.
Announcement into this entire Kmart.
Okay, hold on, there's a button.
Are we voting based off the clips? I don't know.
Attention Kmart shoppers. I have a gun, and I'm looking for lotion. I repeat, I have a gun. It definitely has a clip in it. And I'm looking for lotion. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk to make an announcement into this entire Kmart.
I'm here to test your strength, little hamster.
2D Vtuber. Huh?
No! You're...
And see, I always wonder how people get votes here.
You hit this guy with a metal pipe. And you swing pretty good. But
This is Dungeons and Dragons?
this little hamster's not to be messed with. This little hamster catches the metal pipe and rips it out of your hands. And says, no! We fight with fists in this house!
Oh, whoa! This hamster is
Now, I'm here to test your strength.
How long ago was this? 8 months ago. I can't comment on the other voice that I'm hearing. Cause I think that's their past life. Okay. I don't even remember what their past life is, but I know, I mean, they're graduating now. It's Biscotti? It could be Biscotti from Before Mariah, I think. I think it was Before Mariah. That's interesting.
Alright? Whenever like you go cute, oh I love her. When they do this, hey, you come back to me.
Your average bow.
Just remember who was dancing their ass off for you when you came in here. When you were like, oh, that bow guy. Now, you guys are like, hey, remember that Ray with bow? You motherfuckers better be like, oh, you mean the part where he busted his butt out for us? I can't believe I said that. I'm so sorry. I gotta move.
What?
Guys? Guys, I'm feeling a...
Okay.
Oh, Angel!
Fuck.
Oh, they're cooking?
Oh, fuck. There's so much shell in there. Oh, fuck.
Oh, Angel! Oh.
Fuck.
What the heck? Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
Oh, Angel!
Yander. Okay, so they're actually named Yonder Egg. Do they just make eggs? What do they? What is? I don't get it. I don't get it. So who's the favorite clip that I liked? I liked, this. Tippy, Hendrix, cool. I didn't know any of them. I'm sorry. I probably would have nominated Sous Vide Grill here. Let me see if I can. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me. Huh. 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 What? Cyberpunk Last Dial? What? Sure. Anyway, so this is who I was... I'm getting distracted.
Thank you for the good tunes tonight.
No! Okay, so I'm watching. Suvigrill is the creator of an app called Vnan. I thought about nominating her for the. I thought about nominating her for Tech Vtuber, and I might have still done it. But I'm a little wondering. I'm not sure how much she's done this year. I know she does Tech Tuesdays all the time, so she does do the tech. But I would want to try to nominate her for hidden gems. Probably most people don't even vote for anyone here. And that might be how these guys got here, maybe because someone voted for them. But I feel like there's a lot of people who just would have voted for that one hidden VTuber that they like. And you just gotta hope that you match with, like, a bunch of other people. And I assume that's how this hidden gem goes. But yeah, I would have probably voted for Suvigrill here. I like the content I tune into. I can't because they go very late in my time zone, but yeah. And I have no idea who's going to win here. I literally have no idea. If anything, I'm predicting Tippy will win because best clip. I don't know. Or maybe Long Live Rhea will win because her clip includes Biscotti. I don't know. At least I hope it was Biscotti at that time. Because I'm pretty sure. Anyways. I'm trying to avoid the past life talk, but you can't really do that when you get a clip from 8 months ago that includes a VTuber. Anyways. Cha-cha now, yeah. So this is Rising Stars, and I don't recognize any of these people either. Hania won this last year, which is kind of cheating. If Doobie was put here, that would have been cheating too. That is Haruka.
Saying that I am not single by choice and that I just can't tell them that's not.
No, you're very desperate.
Don't look at them! Don't you say that! Don't say that! Don't you fucking do this to me! Don't you fucking do this to me! Chat saying.
I don't know. Okay, so that's Ariel, I think. Right? That was Ariel. And this is... Who are you? This might be... I could see this being from the Korean branch. That's the Korean VTuber corpo that's appeared. Let me see. Who are you? No. Okay. No, let's try. This looks like it's probably a corporate VTuber, but this isn't very helpful. It's a female Japanese flower fairy. Does you work with anyone? I don't know. Let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3. No, I guess he's just an indie VTuber. Here. Otherwise, it would be saying something about some other thing. Okay, so. Cool. She's here. Let's continue watching the whatever.
Come on. Hello.
Look, it's a teddy bear. Kawaii.
It has
This is cute. I'm sorry. I do not know who you are, but... And probably Ariel is going to win because apparently she knows a person who's big.
Can I get a yippee?
Yippee! Yippee! Well then, that's... Yippee! 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 I don't know what I'm going to think about this.
I think I want this hair. Let me see. Guys.
Wow!
Here's another one. Okay. When I tell you, no one is ready. No one is ready. Cutie pies, there's something that I need to tell you. And I'm really embarrassed to have to say this to you, but I am Pergunta. Don't forget that I used to do crime. I'll come and get you, cutie pie. I'll drag you right to the basement.
Okay. 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 League of Their Own. Yeah, I was like surprised to see who's here. Honko Marine. I don't watch her enough. Iron Mouse. I don't watch her enough. Honestly, why is... I mean... Iron Mouse is doing Iron Mouse things. Maybe she is in a league of her own. Maybe just no one can top her. No one can compare to her. But, I mean, you could compare her in singing to other people. She'll be better than them, probably. And she's doing opera while they're singing pop music. And you can also compare her gaming to other people. Technically. You can... I don't know. You could. You could compare it pretty well. Last year, this had... other Vtubers. This had... What did it have? Hidden Gem and Rising Star, presented by Phase Connect, who apparently did not sponsor this one. And then we have Streamily, which is interesting. Yeah. So, Iron Mouse, naturally. And she was actually nominated for Miss Vtuber, though, this year. Iron Mouse wasn't. So that's interesting. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay, so Fuamoko won last year. And they're a duo VTuber, and as far as the general populace knows, that's a new thing, but it's not really. Technically, there are VTubers that are duos, and two people own one channel. That is not new. That is something that was done by Rainy as well. Rainy and someone else, but they kind of... Rainy sort of took off on her own. Now she's literally gone. She literally took off on her own. She's gone. She's not part of the channel anymore, so now it's run by one person. But yes, and then there were some VTubers that were part of like a game that was about getting to know Japanese people or something, and they streamed about that. And so yeah, they were also a duo VTuber group, and there's others around. So Fuamoko was technically not the first, but they are in a league of their own. They're the popular ones. Zenkrea, yeah, she has the text to speak, so that's definitely a league of their own type of thing. And she's making it work, which is amazing. That is why she was in Tech VTuber. She probably didn't make the thing herself. Maybe she did. And if she did, that's cool. I don't know. She probably didn't make TTS herself, but she's showing that it can work. And that's cool. That is cool. Hotel Marine was also here. Okay, what? Okay, I gotta watch what Hotel Marine doing here. Lion.
待ってまずいセックスまずい思わず言ってしまったセックス
Okay, that was interesting. Then we have Doobie again. Why is there a dancing dude in the background? Dubin. Mouthwashing? Mouthwashing, I mean. It's a horror game, I think. Cute. So she's dancing. She's doing some dancing that most VTubers can't do. I get it. Iron Mouse. What did they put for Iron Mouse here?
You know, I don't know this song, and it's not a song that I sing. So I'm looking in your eyes tonight, and I wanna fucking fuck, but I really don't, 'cause I'm a worm, and worms fuck really weird.
Okay, I didn't expect that, but that's fine. You know what? This is an odd stream. I just wanted to share my thoughts, but I realize a lot of this is reacting to clips, and it's just my face reactions. Again, is why I showed my face, because I needed it. And don't mind the box in the background. Anyways, yeah. So she played a bunch of instruments. She's won award. She's won so many awards. Come on, give it to someone else. That's my take. So she did karaoke, and I'm not gonna view that too much, but that's cool. I probably shouldn't have. Whatever. I showed the music. I'm going to get DMCA'd now. Huzzah! Yay! And so, that's my vote here. I think I'd forgotten who this is. Right, they're part of a Korean group, I think. They're part of a Korean group that's later on. Bubblegum? No. Probably not. I'm sorry for making that comment. I don't know who they are. I can't understand what's going on there. If I did, maybe it would be awesome. It would be awesome if I understood that. But I'm sorry. I am ashamed. That's how I have to read. I'm regretting this stream. Just a tiny bit. I'm regretting this stream just a tiny bit. I kind of wish I got background music that doesn't just distract me to death. Anyways, Mr. Vtuber. Oh, and who do I think is going to win? It's not going to be Takanaka Kiara. So why am I voting for Takanaka Kiara? She turned herself into a frog for a week. And before that, around when she debuted though, not this year, she did animal impression videos. And she was really trying everything when she first came out. She was like trying to cook, she was trying to do all this stuff. And now that she can finally dance, now that she can finally have that 3D tracking. She's actually shining a lot more than she could before. And I am proud of Takanaki Kiara for that. She was my Hololive OC before Hollow Justice happened. I'm sorry that changed things. But, yeah. She's a bit risque. But, we like her. And her VTuber lore is her VTuber character is crazy. She is a cook. She's an idol. She has a sword and shield that imply that she is a warrior of some kind, like a mecha warrior of some kind, or something. She's a phoenix. And by cook, I mean she's a restaurant owner. Is there anything else that I'm missing? She sings. That's idol. That's idol activities. What am I talking about? Yeah, she can do she's a bunch of things in her lore, and that's crazy. That's crazy. So, I would say she's in a league of her own, but she's not gonna win. Doobie is probably gonna win. I'm laying it down here. Doobie is gonna win League of Their Own. It's surprising that Fumoko isn't here yet. And I would have nominated... I thought I would be nominating Cecilia Immigrant. At one point, I could have done any of my two favorites. I could have done Cecilia Immigrant, but I would probably pick Daisy Dandelion. Because she does nostalgic content. I could say Amaya Aranha for the same reason. She does retro content exclusively. Amaya does. Amaya does retro content exclusively. Daisy does not do that, but she does do nostalgic content, and she's been doing crazy stuff. She did one stream that was like, what was it? Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Daisy Dandelion Idol. Oldest. And we're going to see what exact Kid Picks. This is an old thing. And she did a stream of it. Flash games. And she also does crafts. She does a lot of niche things. Like, none of them are popular things that she does. Necessarily. Okay, she did this. Never mind. I lied. She did play the card shop simulator that everyone is playing. But you're going to. Unless you're Amaya Arana and you are gung-ho about that retro VTuber thing. But yeah, so I will vote for Daisy Dandelion. She also did the Lunchables taste. That's not unique. But she did it. This is what I wanted to talk about. This Woodstock roleplay. That was I tuned into that. That was very interesting. You can see that I tuned into it. And that was very unique. That is a league of their own, definitively. But Amaya Arana is even more, arguably, in a league of their own. Because she only does retro games. Only. It is, on Twitter, she is known as, she has on her title, Retro VTuber. And she is underrated. She's underwatched, but she only does retro. It's shooting herself in the foot in some regards. But because, the popular games are going to be newer games. And also, she's going specifically retro. She's not going nostalgic, she's going retro, which is different from Daisy Dandelion. Because Amaya is choosing games that would be before the DS came out and stuff like that. She's talked about that before. Is this retro? So yeah, she's done retro games. If you look at it, you can see that she might have done a newer game recently. I think she was going to try doing that, but I think mostly for the vast majority, he's doing all old games. All. And then sometimes he does karaoke. Because he's good at it. And that's it. That's all I've got. I would have nominated one of those two, probably. And Cecilia Emma Green, I'm a little surprised she's not here. Because she does some pretty crazy stuff herself. She's playing Half-Life 2, and she modded in this Otomo texture. Otomo is a fan base, and she modded in this texture on this thing that you can carry around. Like a mine, I think it is. And you can carry it around the game. And she tries to carry it around for the farthest time. She called it, Ball Tomo. That is very unique. It can be compared to other people playing Half-Life 2, but he's doing it in a very unique way, is my take. Onigiri was doing cooking, and so literally it's hard to compare it to other people, because her main thing is cooking. Fumoko is a duo. It's hard to compare it to most VTubers, because they're a duo. Zinkrea is a TTS VTuber. It's really hard to compare it to other VTubers, because you're listening to her and you hear this robotic voice. You don't actually hear a human voice, right? And that's, I assume it's for privacy reasons. Cool. And then Marine, there's not a clip here, and I didn't understand the other one, but it sounded like she saw a lion and she called out something naughty. I don't know why Marine is here, necessarily. She's a lewd tuber, basically. She would fit for lewd tuber almost, but she's not the most lewd, because she's in Hololive, she can't be. Mr. VTuber, we're back here. Oh, so who do I think is going to win? It's Doobie or Iron Mouse. Anyways. Mr. VTuber. Ike Eveland is from Nigisanji. Porcelain Maid looks like a girl. Looks like a woman. Very instinctively. I think he's like a possessed doll. So like a male spirit possessed a doll that looks female. That's a League of Your Own type of deal. Gavis Patel is a goober. Rain Penrose really likes him. I don't watch the males that much. Shoto.
I still have this face.
Let's watch the clips, because I don't know any. Okay.
Oh god, I have power. Hold on.
And this is about style, so.
If I do this.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We're not doing that. That's so bad. Switch, I'm so sorry.
I still have this face.
Okay, that was interesting. Flashing image warning.
Phantom! Oh, where's my beautiful golden retriever? Listen, man, I told the whole world that you were dead, and frankly, you need to come back because they don't like me and they only like you. So, where are you? Okay, buddy, enough playing with the lights. Come on, we got a show to do. Oh, there you are, my beautiful baby boy. Why are you looking at me like that? What's going on? What's going in that little head of yours and that tiny little brain of yours? What's going on in there? Earth the Phantom, we got a show to do.
I'm spoiling who I'm voting for.
Add that to the count, chat. Add that to the why are you a man count. Add that to the why are you a man counter. Why?
If I jack off to your incredibly attractive female model, that means I would have to be one of the gays. Oh, shut up, dude. It's my OC. I made it. I'm an artist. I'm using my OC. Happy fucking Pride Month.
Interesting. Yeah, he's literally referencing the thing. VTubers track and sense as trendy as their content.
Hey, wait, let's play rock, paper, scissors. Okay, rock, paper, scissors? Okay, can I? Rock, paper, scissors. I can!
I don't watch
I
movies
can
on
play
YouTube,
rock,
so
paper,
this
scissors.
is completely
Hold on,
off my radar.
I have an
because
idea.
I don't watch male VTubers, and I don't watch movies on anymore.
I have an idea.
Which Nigu Sanji is kind of who you watch if you're watching male VTubers, but I don't. So
Here we go.
you could watch Hollow Stars as well, but most
Okay,
people
I will start this poll,
showed up to
and I
Nigu
will not
Sanji.
look at chat. I will minimize chat.
Is there something going to happen?
There we go. Rock, paper, scissors. Wait,
I feel sorry for him. That's a weird clip to put there. Okay, Miss VTuber, notice the lack of Iron Mouse. I don't know if it's like they thought it was cheating at this point. Like they heard people saying, "Well, he has all the outfits. Doesn't he win by default?" And yeah, kind of. He does sort of just have a bajillion outfits. He is just kind of the Miss VTuber, but that's why he's not here, and that's why I'm voting for Takanaka Kiara. But let's see who this is because I don't know. Who are you?
失礼して
Happy birthday!
こんな感じのなんか解像度がなんか解像度低いな。あ、すいません。あ、可愛いパペも飾っていただいてね。すいません、急にお邪魔しちゃって。ちょっと待って、もうちょっとなんとかなるはず。これをこうして。ああ。
I would like to look up who this is, but right now we're concerned about the fashion, and I don't even know what to comment about that. Why did they put for Takanaka Kiara? Outfit reveal, that makes sense.
It's a ponytail! A high ponytail! Hi ponytail! Hi ponytail, how you doing?
She does have... Takanaka Kiara does have a pretty big wardrobe now. It's not as much as Iron Mouse, but HoloLive gives a lot of outfits. She has like this night outfit. This is like her newest outfit, and it's only for like VR chat though, as far as I know. Kind of. I don't know. Whatever. No, that was a 2D avatar, wasn't it? Okay, so that was official. That was interesting. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, Kiara has a vast wardrobe. I kind of think they should win. But
It was going insane having to look at this every single day for the past like few months and not being able to talk about it.
it's interesting.
So, what do you
Are
think?
you face connect?
I'm cute, right? It was going insane.
Are you face connect maybe? Are you face connect? That's not helpful. That's not... Okay, so maybe she's not face connect, because she would have stuff down here. If she was. She would have people that she's... So this is probably an indie VTuber, maybe. Maybe she might have been part of Prism Project, which sadly died. earlier this year. This year has been like the year of corpos dying and indie VTubers rising up, and also there's like smaller corpos are rising up as well a little bit. You got Pixelink, you got Vformerai, you got okay, Brave Group is not that small, but you got Vformerai, you got Vformerai and Globy are part of a bigger conglomeration called Brave Group, which also includes Vespo, which is like the third biggest agency in Japan. So yeah, they're having a little bit of a resurgence. They got Idol Corp. They also merged with Idol Corp. They have in Japan, they have an idol group called Palette Project, I think. And that's like a rainbow of VTubers. They each are represented by a color. I think that idea is cool. Sadly, I cannot understand a single one of them. Probably. I actually don't know. Anyways, so I've been listening. That was a weird thing. That was a weird deviation. But anyways, so Abby might be from Prison Project, or she's not. I don't know. But Prison Project is dead either way. And Mint Phantom. Mint Phantom.
What is
What are you
this?
gonna call? Mint Phantom.
I'm gazing into my crystal ball. Oh, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. Oh my god. What is this creature? What did we summon? Oh my goodness. Oh my god, it's disgusting. What is this? Oh my god. Oh my, it's bald.
I didn't know you did
What is
this.
this?
That's hilarious. She might be trendy. I have no idea. She's been wearing the same made outfit. Hey, that's VTuber Corpo I was just talking about. Vformerai. If I did the debut review that is pictured on my thumbnail right now, I would have talked about Vformerai quite a bit. The Gen 3 of Vformerai had some of the most spectacular debuts that I've seen. Then spectacular and creative. You see them, you're invested. They made it into games. It was crazy. It wasn't the PowerPoint type stuff you usually see. And it makes you think, wow, I kind of wish all these other corpos did this. And unfortunately, alongside Vformerai's Gen 3, you had V-Reveries Gen 3 debuting some of their talents at the same time. Furry Ferntail got to get a boost in subscribers though, because she followed up Vformerai. At least I think that's what happened, kind of. And so, she followed up the Vformerai debuts. Then the other two, they still got less because they were the next day. And sadly, most people had abandoned Vformerai because... I mean, not Vformerai. Most people had abandoned V-Reverie because of VTubers leaving. It was most of the corpo. It was most of the talents had left. The year before, kind of. And more left in the beginning of that year. And then you have Gen 3 coming out, and they're debuting with one senpai. Yay! Okay. Yeah, something's wrong over there. I think we shouldn't follow these VTubers because they're just... And then they stayed around for a while, and now they're all graduating, and now V-Reverie is dead. It took them forever. But, I don't know, their Gen 3 was under contracts, and then And then Scarlet left. Anyways, I think she left early for her other interests, and yeah, and then it down spiraled, and now company dead. Most of them went indie. I think they all got to keep their IP, which is cool. I think they had to buy it, but they got to keep it regardless. I think it might have been cheap IP. The company might have realized, hey, we need money. Give me money. I've been talking about Vtuber instead of V4 Mirai. V4 Mirai just did their Gen 3 debuts. Globy also Gen 4 debuts. I think I just said Gen 3 again. And Globy also did some Gen 3 debuts. So, again, they're popping off. I didn't finish the Globy ones. I'm a little sad that Globy isn't pictured here, but it's because they're not as big. Sadly. Despite Bonnie Barkswell and Kiri Kilovolt's best efforts. But yes, V4 Mirai includes Lyco Liana and Dr. Nova. Hold on. We're gonna do this. V4 Mirai. Oh, hey, look, there's a whole website here. Yeah, Brave Group has their old website too. And this is the new talents. I saw Pom get a lot of attention. This is a glitch. This is a dog. This dog plays Splatoon 3. They're cool. This is Lyco Liana, who's been doing a lot of shorts and probably been growing a lot. Yes. No. Yeah. And we had Dr. Nova, who literally made a game for her debut. She literally made a game. Oh my gosh. Wee! Spam. No. Stop. Why do you have this open? Twitch, what the heck? Truly, what the heck? Oh, sadly, that message did not get deleted in time. Oh, you can't read them anyways. They're up there. That was stupid of me. Oh, okay. You didn't get to read a message because of it. Cool. Biscotti. So yeah, and sad. So yeah, the V4 Mirai is rising. And I think that's cool. I think if Niki-Sanji does fall, they're not going to fall. Niki-Sanji is fine. Niki-Sanji Ian is fine. They're fine. And if maybe Niki-Sanji Ian will be merged into Niki-Sanji JP, maybe. But I really don't care. But if with their PR being in the gutter, I think we can see this. We can see Brave Group come to power. The Brave Group agencies come to power a little bit, but they're weakened because they're under different names. We have V4 Mirai, we have Globy, we have Vespo, we have Palette Project, we have Idol. And we don't have just a single name like Hololive, which is unfortunate because it means that growth of V4 Mirai does not necessarily mean there's growth in Vespo in. or growth in Globy. Which actually Vespoian is the bigger one, I think, because they were already picking JP. But yeah, I think V4 Mirai is on the rise, and I think they deserve this win. They have a clip for this. How do you have a clip for this? Voltail's... okay, I see. It's Voltail's Gen 4. It's the Gen 4 music video? Interesting. Vialure. I haven't heard much about Vialure. Vichiban is a group that Rose Doodle is part of. That's about all I know. Sorry. I should know more about that. I don't know that they've done anything particularly eventful this year. I think they haven't even gotten new VTubers. I think it's just the same VTubers. It's fine. It's cool. But also, it's just them. There's nothing particularly... And to be fair, these are some pretty big VTubers, I think. Rose Doodle and Buff Pop are especially popular in the VTubers, I think. So, I'll give them that. But I don't think they're particularly on the rise right now. I'm sorry. Vialure is a newer one, if I remember correctly. Vialure. I haven't seen that much of them, but I know they exist. And I've seen people talk about them. I just don't have much knowledge of them myself. I see Snowpaws. Azura Duliat. Interesting. Strawny Cuddles. Shibi Cotton Bun. That's interesting. Imibisu. I've heard a lot about this one, specifically. And by a lot, I mean I don't really know what I should be looking at, but I know. I know of them. But yeah, so Vialure exists. They are on the rise. I can say that much. Mythos is new. It's a new VTuber corpo that designs their VTubers around Greek goddesses and gods. Actually, it's only gods. It's only gods. They take gods. Wait, no, Aphrodite exists. Right? Mythos HQ, also. That's what it is. Hades, Poseidon, Zeus, Apollo, Ares, Clotho, Hermes, Dionysus, Hephaestus. Okay, so no, there is no Aphrodite. No, it's only gender swaps of the gods. The Greek gods. That's what this is. I've been seeing them around, but these... You know, the Greek gods were pretty... They were pretty risque, you would say. Clotho is random. I love how we have all these names that we know, and then we have Clotho. Who is this? Who is this again? Is this like the god of cloth? I'm sorry, don't understand. They probably want, yes, I guess, primordial goddess of fate. Okay. You are fated to watch her. Anyways, so yeah, this is Mythos. There's not much for me to say. I do know that their ghost gang, they're very sexual. We'll say that. And hopefully I don't get in trouble just for saying that, but in some way, I don't know, YouTube is weird sometimes. Anyway, so yeah. V4 Mirai is my prediction on who'll I do. I think V for Mariah is gonna win. I'm not sure, and that's who I would have nominated to. I actually probably would have nominated Globy, but I'm glad V for Mariah is here. Most dedicated fan base. I was conflicted on this. And this also doesn't have a clip. Boo-hoo. Dragoons. They followed Dokibird to her new account, and I'm talking about this because she talked about it herself. She revealed that she had a past life. She was in another group, and she was basically thrown out to crash by that group. But her fans followed her, and other people followed her. Drama tubers followed her. Okay, I don't think she intended for that necessarily, but yes, they did, and it was a whole big deal. And so you can say, Dragoons, thank goodness they followed Dokibird. They're the most dedicated fan base because they followed Dokibird to her new life. Yay. But you could also say that, like, society made it easy. it was all over the place. And it was all positive reception towards Dokibird. So I would say that it's... Yes, they did follow her, but it's not like it was hard. It's not like you had it's not like you had everyone sending dislikes about Dokibird. It's not like they were saying, no, Dokibird is trash. No. Terminated. You dare follow the terminated VTuber? The VTuber who's terminated? Okay. No, it wasn't like that. Anyways, I didn't even know that Vidal's group had a name. Who is this guy again? I think this is Negi-san. Is this a Negi-san VTuber? Anyways, Jailbirds had a moment where they had a profile picture of the Jailbird. And they all had their custom Jailbird images, or sometimes they didn't have custom. It was all, I guess, the same image. I think that was crazy. I think that was cool. I think I'm voting for her for this. And Dokibird is going to win, though. Who would I have nominated? I don't know. Otomo. Cecilia Evergreen's Otomos. Baltomo. Oh. Best VTuber organization. I voted for Hololive last year. This year I'm voting for VShojo. What is this clip gonna pull up? Okay. Cool, it's a song. Anyways, I'm voting for VShojo this year for Best VTuber Org because they're saving a bunch of VTubers from the falling corpos, and I think they're cool for it. They also boosted their JP branch just recently. They're really figuring stuff out over there at VShojo nowadays. It no longer are we in the days of like controversy and stuff. Okay, we might get back into that next year, but you know, for this year, VShojo is the savior. VShojo is a savior, and Hololive just got into some controversy, which I don't think is fair. I think we're just happening to have a few people graduating at the same time. I don't think it's related. I think it's a little bit specific. It's a bit nuanced. There's a lot more nuance than people are giving it credit for. But Hololive won last year. And I think Vtuber deserves a win this year. I'm glad FaZe Connect is in the best Vtuber org this time. Idol Corp was there last year. And it was weird. People didn't like it. People thought they thought FaZe Connect rigged the game. They thought they switched out. They thought for some reason that FaZe Connect was switched out and Rising VTuber for Idol Corp. I don't think this is what happened. Hey guys, let me tell you something. People probably nominate Idol Corp. And they might have actually gotten the 4th most nominations. They were that hard rising. They were rising so hard that they got 4th. That is my take. They could have put 5 there so that FaZe Connect was there too. They could have included Idol Corp under Rising VTuber. Idol Corp was almost certainly nominated. If they were nominated a bunch of times if they were nominated enough to be on the best corpo, they were definitely nominated for Rising VTuber organization. But for some reason, they're not there, and I think it's because they were on the best VTuber. I think they were just not included because they were on best VTuber. FaZe Connect wasn't really on the rise. I will admit that. But Vtubers isn't on the rise this year. Vdare was on the rise last year. This year they're supposed to get a Ginsu, but they haven't yet. Elias Stellario left. She's now indie. 3 a.m. I don't even remember what that is. But okay, it was a thing. I think it was a cool VTuber group, but yes. Anyways, that's beyond the point. So yeah, this year we have these here. I like this selection. So this is a Korean group. I had looked them up beforehand. This is a Korean group, and it's where Gosigu is from. I probably pronounced that terribly, but it's where this VTuber is from. I feel like I think. If I remember correctly, I had looked them both up, wondering, okay, who is this? And so that's what it is. It's a Korean group, and they're probably really popular in Korea. Sorry. I'm not. I can't speak that. I am. I'm glad you guys showed up. This is a Western biased. VTuber Awards because it's run by Filion. It's also biased a little bit towards Twitch, probably. Just a little bit. Because, again, Filion. If you watch Filion, you're probably voting on this. And so, yeah. Filion cannot be nominated for Chaotic VTuber, but she absolutely would be. She absolutely is the most chaotic VTuber. I'm going to be honest. She is more chaotic than anyone else that was in that list. I check a stream of hers and she's going crazy. But she's not an option because she's hosting the Vtuber Awards. Anyways, so Vikuga's the winner. FaZe Connect is cool. FaZe Connect is cool. I hear they're very laissez-faire. They're very carefree over there. They get away with a lot more than people can get away with in Hololive. I couldn't tell you with Vshoujo if they're more laissez-faire than Vshoujo or not, but I don't think so. There's just a tiny bit. And Nikki Sanji is still here. I think this is a sign that Nikki Sanji isn't dead. I wish that V4 Mirai could have been here, or Globy, or Vespo, but that's not entirely realistic. They're still pretty small. especially in the West. And that's why I have Nigisangi, because Nigisangi Ian is still pretty big. The fan bases are still there. And so, Nigisangi is still here. They're here to stay. They're here to stay. They're not going to go away because of some controversies that will take away a lot of the casual audience, I admit. Will take away a lot of the casual audience, but it will not take away all the dedicated fans who probably all voted for Nigisanki here. And that's why Nigisanki is here. And it's not just that it's not like taboo, whatever, that Nigisanki is included. These nominations weren't put in by Fillion, they were voted on. Enough people nominated Nigisanki that's still here. And that's what we could take away from this. Although there is 5 corpos here this time, instead of the 4 that was there last time, I wonder if they learned from last time. That's what I get the impression of. No, Phase Connect did not rig this. We have Phase Connect on here too. We have 5 Vtubers listed here. Okay? Bye. No one is rigging here. Oh no. I saw you earlier. Shy Lily. So this one makes Shy Lily. That's cool. Nanoless. Who did Nanoless make? Herself.
See, I don't have hands.
Interesting. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting that they show that.
Now, my wonderful mama, Hayahara-san, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for making me into a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Fiore is artist.
I am absolutely in love with myself, I suppose.
Yoklef. Then art was done by Nanoless. So that's interesting. This is Nanoless and Twin Tails together. So yeah. That's who they made. Is Doki's... I probably wouldn't nominated Doki Birds. Vtuber parents. I'm going to look up Doki Bird. And it should tell me who made Doki Bird stuff. Because that's who I want to vote for. That's who I would have nominated. Diariku did the Kibi model. That's interesting. Bounty Hunter was rigged by Spia. But it's, Bounty Hunter illustration was done by this person. And that's who I would have voted for. Personally. Sadly, they are not an option here. So, I'm going to vote for... I'm conflicted. I would like to know other VTubers that they made, but... let me see if I can find... Twin Tails? Twin Tails. She won the Vtuber Awards last year. That's an interesting way to learn that. She has rigged Vtuber models Shy Lily, Kittens, Hylia, Kalasuri, Punk Iron Mouse, Kinky, Merryweather, Golf Pup, Mimi, that's a lot. Momo, oh, this Momo. This Momo is Wiki Rick, okay. I know that VTuber kind of. Green Cat. I know green-haired cats. So who else did Kaya Savanhara do? Kaya Savanhara. It might be hard to know. This isn't very helpful, is it? Okay, so she made Fiore, but that's about all I know right now. What's this? Would this help? Will this help? Callie? And there's Fiore. Is that Amelie? This doesn't necessarily mean that they did these, though. Oh, this might be Fate's Act Night. Okay. So he did Fiore. That's all I know. This looks like Callie, but I don't know. So, I'm defeated in this case. And I'm gonna vote for Nanoless, I think. Best VTuber event. Sadly, and I would have put this here, I liked HoloLive's Enigmatic Recollection. That is what I would have nominated for the VTuber event. Sadly, I did not get to nominate because I missed it. I missed the window. Sadly. Oopsies. And so, then we have Bringing Dimensions because they're concerts. They had to edit this. The best VTuber event or concert stream this year. When we were nominating, it did not say that. It said excluding concerts like it did last year because there was a separate concert option. But they didn't have that this year. So, yeah, now the concerts are included after all. And I would have guessed so. But I would have nominated Enigmatic Recollection anyways. But with that missing, Hollow GTA, to be fair, is pretty good. But I'm voting for WrestleTuber. And I'm not going to be looking at the clip site. I don't think I need to. I don't know. What do I do? What do I just... Making our way to the next dimension. That makes sense. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with this? How to drive in it. Oh no. It's this clip. Oh no. Nana Mooms. Bye-bye. Silly. The sillies. It's the sillies. It's the silly doggos. Yeah, I didn't watch Call of GTA as much. WrestleTuber was amazing. What are they gonna put for here? Okay, they're just gonna put the intro here. Okay. Hey, look, it's the casters. Look at these cool casters. This was amazing. It brought attention to so many underrated VTubers, like Hollow Stars, and it brought attention to Adocorp, brought attention to so many different VTubers. Prism Project VTubers who were no longer Prism Project at that time. Look at Fiona and Agi. Sayu is the announcer. Oh, interviewer. More contestants. I saw a red banner back there. Cool. So I think, am I gonna get demonetized for that? I don't know. Then we have the Iron Mouse Subathon. This might win. Iron Mouse is dying. Iron Mouse is dead. Cool. I couldn't say that. Anyways, so Iron Mouse is freaking out because he got subs. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, so I'm personally voting for WrestleTuber, but I do think Iron Mouse Subathon is probably gonna win. I think people who will vote for WrestleTuber might be divided between these other three. I think Twig people are all going to vote for Iron Mouse. And the YouTube folks are going to be a little bit divided between these three. And I'm personally voting for WrestleTuber, but someone else is probably voting for Hollow GTA. And then there's many of the Hollow Eye fans are probably voting for the concert. Because it's the Hollow Live concert. It is their event. The event. But yeah. And I would have nominated Enigmatic Recollection, but oh well. Stream Game of the Year, Lethal Company. Liar's Bar is a close second. We haven't seen that much of it. And it's definitely a good game, but I think Lethal Company came in too late last year, and so it just didn't get added. Unfortunate. And I think it deserved the win last year, but it just didn't get into the nominations. I think Buckshot Roulette is a good choice. If anything is gonna win, it's Lethal Company or Buckshot Roulette. Elden Ring is not gonna win. I'm sorry. A lot of people were streaming it, but I don't think it would have been that entertaining. So the audience is voting here, and the audience, I think it's gonna find one of these three most entertaining. I'm not sure why Elden Ring is here. I'm gonna be honest. But I think it's because a lot of people enjoyed playing it, and then you could play it with your VTubers. You could play it with. I need to remember that. And then, Gamer of the Year. I'm conflicted on who I would have voted for here. I'm going to vote Kosuke Biku out of these ones. But who I would have nominated? Would I have nominated Kyo Kampi? Or would I nominate her genmate? Kana Yanagi. And I think I would have ended up nominating Kana. Because. Now, Kyo Kampi is a Nintendo gamer. Epic. I love Nintendo gaming. She's very dedicated. And by all means, she would deserve the nomination if she got it. Kana Yanagi, I think, deserved something in here. And I'm sad that she didn't get anything. I do think she would have been nominated for the Minecraft if that was an option, but sadly, it was not an option. So, sadly, Kana Yanagi does not get nominated for anything. I think Pixelink is on the rise. It wasn't even on there for that. Pixelink wasn't even put there as Rising Corpo, which is sad. I might have nominated Pixelink for that. To be honest, I forgot about Pixelink. But I think it is unfortunate that we cannot see more. Anyways, I'm going to go into here. What's happening? I'm trying to find the games that she listed so many games. I think this is her games.
Yes.
Whoops.
I love Goose Goose Duck, which is like an Among Us style game.
Okay, so look at this.
Chaos, a little bit of shenanigans.
Minecraft, Fall Guys, Goose Goose Duck, Monster Hunter World,
And then this is like my random
Devil May Cry,
category, like, it's the worst.
Resident Evil 4, Alan Wake 2, Bloodborne, whatever that is, Elden Ring, God of War, Guilty Gear Strive, Tekken 8, Idle Showdown, Hollow Cure, Super Mario Odyssey, Power Wash Simulator, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Hades, Rogue Legacy, Pokemon, Explorer of Sky are my favorites. That would be Mystery Dungeon. Splatoon! My Gong Soul. Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Fight Vanguard. Okay, Pokemon again? Digimon again? Oh, Pokemon trading card. Okay, the trading card games. Okay, and we have Portal 2. We have Portal 1 plus 2. Pokemon. Heroes of Might and something. Ratchet and Clank. So, basically, he said, let me just list all the games. All of them. I love games. Qua. So, that's why I would have nominated Kana Yanagi. But in her absence, who is this? I remember watching this now. I like the green and orange eyes. I'm a sucker for green and orange. If you stay with me, you will find that out. If you stay with me, I will be very thankful. Aka Virtual. And see, Aka Virtual is a thing that exists too. Okay, so that was neat. I didn't catch what happened. What happened? Oh yeah, he wins. He wins. He shot the last guy and he won. Okay. And then Zing Treya. Let's see what you're in Zing Treya. I would. Henya the Genius would be a good one to put here too. That's terrible. And then we have Biku playing the same game. Also, she went a little bit emo. Yeah, I saw Biku playing so much Elden Ring. She's very dedicated to the video game. To the hard video games. And she's been backseating Cecilia Immigrant to help her play these hard video games as well. And so, yeah, you've been hearing a lot from Biku. When Kyla why are you playing this game? She played Minecraft. She's very good at Minecraft. I'm not sure why she's here, though. Not sure why we're showing this. I guess we got a hole-in-one in golf. Cool. I think you could be there for Minecraft.
Run away.
Black Souls 2? So Tenma is a face connect VTuber.
Run away.
I don't get why she said. Okay, that was a weird one to put. I'm not voting on this one. So, yeah, oh, and who do I predict will win here? BQ. I think it's BQ. I think HoloLive fans are going to show up and they're going to vote for BQ. If Kyla is the best Minecraft VTuber, I don't think she's the best gamer. Probably. She probably wouldn't be voted. Who won last year? Who won last year? I think it was Celine Tatsky. Yes. It was Celine Tatsky who won last year. Which is interesting. Because Doki Bird isn't nominated this year. That's unfortunate. But, and who do I think will win of the Vtubers? Project Melody, but I know nothing. I know nothing. Why would I know anything? The VTuber of the Year, Fuamoko, is here for some reason. They're beating each other up. So yeah, this is the VTuber of the Year. Finally, who is my VTuber of the Year? Is it Fuamoko? It is. It is not. They're beating each other up and having a good time. It's silly. Now we have Iron Mouse. What did they put for Iron Mouse? Let's see. Cute worm. Had to go off for music. Wow, okay. Scary, scary. Vito is necessary.
Okay.
Neurosama.
Evo, can you take a deep breath with me?
I've never done it.
Well, why don't you try?
Kulap kiters dumpni kaya ako ipahidanihin jab tumbi karo. The only breath I'll take is when I am the proud owner of both of your heads.
Okay.
So evil is evil, by the way.
Oh, I could make it awkward. I could make it awkward.
It's this clip.
Make it awkward. He's so in. He's so in.
Really, guys, we gotta show this one. No.
Don't make it awkward up the pro out.
It's this clip.
Literally, this is actually a fucking gamer date right now. This is kind of 3K people are watching him, listen to him fumble the back. You guys hear him? Well, or should I boost it high, louder? Alright, I'll type something in when they talk again. Yeah.
There's the face. I cringed.
Oh, I could make it awkward.
There's the face. There's the face that cringed. Is this a Nigger Sangi VTuber? I think it is, which is interesting. Okay. Hello? So, okay, I think that's an Nigasang VTuber. I'm gonna try that again. What was he doing here? Anyways, I think that's a Nigasang VTuber. I'm voting for Dogibird. I think there's a good chance that Iron Mouse wins this. But Dogibird is my personal pick. And I think that would be pretty cool. Dogibird represents indie VTubers getting a rise, but the indie VTubers have been big. It's not like they're not big. We have Amelie, we have Sayu, we have all the people who are getting kicked out of corpos, and that's also what Dogibird represents, kind of. She basically represents that actually you don't need corpos to succeed. You don't need them. You can leave. You can leave, and your fans will follow you. That is, Dogibird represented that this year. Earlier this year, kicked out of her group. Brutally kicked out, slandered, dragged through the mud, and he didn't want to call out anyone. He didn't want to have bad blood. He didn't want to cause trouble for her old co-workers, and yet it happened anyways. It happened anyways because Nijisangi did it to themselves. But anyways, Dogibird didn't do that. And no, she's not reliant on the drama. She didn't need that either. She got trending based on something completely unrelated, which you just watched. You just watched. Because some people were talking... Because she met some people who were hitting on each other or something, I don't know. Anyways. Dogibird represents a move to indie. And she shows it can work. And I think that's worth getting VTuber of the Year this year. I think Iron Mouse is the VTuber of all time. You cannot deny that Iron Mouse is the VTuber. But I still think Dogibird should be the VTuber of this year. I would not have even nominated Cecilia McGreen. Or any of my favorites. Sorry. I mean, I would not have nominated my favorites because I would have focused on Dogibird. Because he represents great things for this VTuber stuff. And that's the end of all of these. I'm going to tuck this in. I voted for Kenji. I think I might vote for... I did vote for someone else. On a few... on my earlier votes, I voted for different people some of the time. So, here's my final... I voted for Sirius Fauna for guest chatting, because I'm biased. I voted for Raur Panthera for best art, because I'm biased. I like Hollow Justice lately. I voted Kazuha for best FPS VTuber. Because I'm biased, but also I decided to vote for someone who I think might deserve the votes, but probably won't get it. I'm voting for like an underdog, kind of. I did not vote for ASMR. Susei Hosamaki got the Best Music VTuber Award in my book. I probably would have... I don't know who I would have put here. Elizabeth Rose Bloodfame is probably what I would have nominated, but then I would have voted for Susei. Slab voted for him. For Tech VTuber, I'm voting for an underdog. I think Doobie is going to win, though. Funniest VTuber. Voting for Kenji. Apparently. I guess I'm voting for Kenji. I laughed a lot at Kibidokis, but it's because he's chaos. It's a distinction. BQ is a silly goober. That's who I would really vote for, but I decided to vote again for Kenki and Underdog. And I voted for Cozy BQ on Gamer of the Year, so. Kuki Marin is the most chaotic VTuber because. Do you remember? She'll make sure you do. And. Yeah, I voted for this, for the hidden gem. I voted for Tippy, because they had the most impressive clip. I voted for Server here, because they had the most impressive clip. Takanaki Kiara for League of Their Own. People are going to disagree with me, but I did that. Because she becomes frog sometimes, and silly. She's unique. She is unique, I think. Enough. Among these, she is pretty unique. Doobie 3D is also unique. I think she's gonna win. Mr. Vtuber, Gavas Patel. I have no idea who's gonna win. I didn't guess. Miss Vtuber, I do think Takanaki Kiara is gonna win this. Either or Mint Phantom, but I'm voting for Takanaki Kiara again. Yes, I voted for her twice. Rising Vtuber Org, V for Mirai. I think I'm voting for them. I think they're gonna win. Unless Vialure takes it. Jailbirds. I'm voting for Jailbirds. Dragoons are gonna win. I don't really know who's gonna win here. Vshoujo or Hololive, but it's one of those two. Nonetheless, this is the VTuber Parent of the Year, but I don't know. I can't really tell you all the work that they've done. WrestleTuber, Lethal Company. I like those. Gamer of the Year, Hosaki Biku. I didn't vote for a LootTuber. Not going to vote for a LootTuber. And VTuber of the Year, Doki Bird deserves the thing. And I'm submitting the votes. We're done. We're done. How long did I took almost 3 hours. Well, okay, so that's all I had, and I gave my perspectives. Maybe it's not the most entertaining stream I've ever done. Maybe I could do like some gaming and stuff. That's what I'm normally doing, but you know what? I'm glad that I got to show my face again. I'm glad I did this just to give my thoughts. I just really wanted to give my thoughts, and thought was cool. That was cool. I wanted to give my thoughts, but I recognize people might not like thoughts. These are my opinions. I have to say this. I respect your opinions too. I do think that, like, and why there are VTubers here that, like, they deserve to be here. I think it's just weird. Some of the clips were weird, but I think all the VTubers here deserve to be here. I think League of Their Own threw me off a little. I was surprised by some of the, I don't know. Yeah, last year I was not impressed with the results for Tech VTuber, and neither were two of the people who were nominated. They were just like, I would rather have this other award. Vote for me over there, kind of. Like, I definitely have a preference. One of them said that. Definitely one of them said that. And I think it might have been both. But that's cool. It was fine. And I'm very happy with the Tech VTuber that showed up here. League of Their Own. There could have been more, like, unique content like last year. Last year had someone who was specializing in cooking. Someone who was specializing in duos, someone who was specializing in, like, being a TTS VTuber. But you know what? We may not have a specializing here, but I do think Takanaki Kiara deserves to win, and Iron Mouse is probably going to get it. Or Doobie. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's gonna be Doobie, but it could be Iron Mouse. Anyways, that's all I have now. I'm sorry that I didn't have background music. I could get background music for the future. If I ever do something like this again, I don't know that I will. But if I do, then I will get background music. Maybe also do the actual Vtuber Awards. I'm not going to do another stream to react to who wins. I already didn't really want to know who was nominated. I didn't really want to be sharing those thoughts, but I now know. I figured I might as well. Share my thoughts on who I'm voting for here, because that's what's up right now. I'm not going to just pull up the nominations and just give you who I would have nominated. That's mean. That's just mean. But yeah, I'm glad Fillion puts this together. The chaotic VTuber that she is, and I would nominate her if she was an option, but I'm glad she's hosting. And we get to have this Vtuber Awards thing. It's a small thing that makes a few people happy, and otherwise it makes people fight, and that's a shame. But it happens, and people are going to disagree with each other, and I personally respect. If you just nominated your Oshi for all of these, I don't care. Like, that's fine. Who cares? Like, do you think it would have been interesting, but I could have just voted for Cecilia Immigrant for anything that she fit with? I wouldn't have, but yeah, if you did that, you are valid. You are valid too. You may be extremely biased, but you are valid in this scheme that specifically is made so that that doesn't exactly work. But yeah, and so yeah, I've already submitted these, right? I did submit these, I think. And so yeah, that's all I have for today. Next time, I might be playing Marvel Rivals. I thought about playing Marvel Rivals earlier. I thought about playing Marvel Rivals on the day it released. This stream actually would have happened sooner, but I was overthinking whether I should do it or not. And way back when, I thought I wasn't prepared enough, and maybe I wasn't back then. But now I'm mentally prepared most of all, but generally, yeah, I don't know that any preparation can save me from my awkwardness. So I just decided to stream it anyways. I'm sorry I'm not constantly looking to the left. I'm looking to the... Well, yeah, on your screen I'm looking to the left, but I'm looking to the right at myself. And yeah, so maybe I will stream Marvel Rivals. I'm going to play it by myself first, though, because I don't typically play games on the PC. And shooter games is like a mouse. I never used a mouse. I don't know. I haven't even played... I only played Minecraft with the mouse and keyboard. And that's what I've done. I play Splatoon on my Switch, and I would like to continue playing shooter games on Switch if possible, but it's not. Because the Switch is old. Hopefully Marvel Rivals comes to Switch too. Hopefully Paladins comes to Switch too. Hopefully Switch 2 comes within next year. Hopefully early next year. Halfway through next year, summer of next year, come on. Maybe. And then I won't be able to afford it. But anyways, that's all from me. And while I do hope that who I vote for wins, kind of, some of them I'm just voting for the underdog because I want them to have votes. And that's kind of rude for me to say. Probably. I'm overthinking it. I'm overthinking it. I'm going to go before I overthink my head off. Before popping out of my head like I'm gone. Like I'm gone from Hunter x Hunter. Anyways, that's it. See ya. And will I raid some? I'm not going to raid anyone on the YouTube side because that's silly. But I might raid someone on the Twitch side. It's not silly to raid someone on the YouTube side. That was bad wording. It's just that I won't because I don't know I don't really know how to do that. Could I raid someone here? Person that I would normally raid is not streaming. It's fine. Who could I raid? I'm not going to raid. I'm not going to raid because I don't feel comfortable raiding right now. There's a lot of viewers and stuff, and yeah. Sadly, no. Maybe later. Maybe another time. I'll see you guys later whenever I'm streaming Marvel Rivals, Kirby, or Tears of the Kingdom, or something or other. I don't know. I was hoping to stream the end of Tears of the Kingdom. I might stream the Lost Woods. Right now I'm trying to fight. I'm about to fight a Gleeok. Those big dragon things are replaced. They didn't replace Lion Hills. They're there. Anyways, could I stream that? I don't know. Well, goodbye. Maybe I'll stream that. I probably won't stream now. I'll probably just do it on my own.